Hi there. It's a late evening flight here coming in over the Persian Gulf, and you might have recognized the shape of those islands there. I've been pretty busy over the last month and a half again to bring you another Lego brick global airport for the X-Plane 10 scenery repository, the scenery gateway, and I just uploaded it tonight, and you might have guessed what kind of airport it is already. It is the third busiest airport in the world by passenger traffic, and of course it's Dubai International Airport in the United Arab Emirates. It's the busiest airport if you just count international passengers, and it's also the busiest hub for the Airbus A380. I'm moving the free camera around here, panning with a right mouse button, then moving with the arrow keys and the forward and left key just to show you around the airport. There are three big passenger terminals here on the south side, and in the middle we have two parallel runways, 1-2 left and right and 3-0 left and right. Of course you have the Emirates maintenance facilities here, and then on the north side everything is pretty much occupied by numerous parking positions and spots for cargo traffic, and also lots of buildings and infrastructure designed to handle all the cargo traffic. Dubai is the sixth busiest cargo airport in the world, traditionally a trading city, and that still shows in the airport. You saw the speck in the sky there. That's us approaching in front of the evening sun, and we're moving back here to this latest building or latest terminal that was built, moving back out towards the Persian Gulf. That's where we're approaching in the 747-400. And I'd like to talk a little bit about the views in X-Plane. This is the Shift 2 view. It jumps you ahead of the airplane depending on the airplane speed, and you get a nice flyby view. And you can zoom and pan all these views. Some of them will follow the airplane, some of them don't, and whichever view you're in, you can use the C key to get a free camera that you can also move around like I just did over the airport. This is of course the in-cockpit view, and left side again the cargo facilities, right side the passenger facilities. This is Shift 3. It will move the camera to the next runway threshold. Shift 5 moves to the airport's tower if one is specified. And of course I've done so for this airport as well. Final approach here, runway 1-2 right, and again on the right side the passenger terminal, so we want to turn off to the right after we land. And this is again the Shift 3. This time it's the right runway, the 1-2 right, and with the arrow keys I move the camera a little bit to the side, and that gives us a nice shot of the final approach just before touchdown. Again, Shift 2, the flyby view that you can move a little bit, and you can see the plane speed by on its landing roll. Again, I think the camera system in X-Plane is pretty good, and it can make for some very entertaining and nice shots, especially if you use the replay function. Then you can look at your landings from all these different angles. There's the fuel farm, and of course some of the mountains in the distance. I've set the view to 100 miles. Usually pretty good in this area of the world unless there's a dust or sandstorm. Plane is on the rollout, and the rest of this movie will be us taxiing to one of the parking positions. I want to talk a little bit about this airport and what I did to make it a good addition for the X-Plane world. For example, I placed all the necessary taxiway signs. They are usually placed on the left side of the taxiway as the plane taxis, so the captain can read them, and it should be possible to navigate around the airport just by looking at these signs. If ATC gives you instructions to follow the taxiways Echo, Alpha or whatever, then you can discern by the signs alone where you are and which way you should go. just like you can in the real world. Unfortunately, it's not possible to paint on the taxiways itself yet. They are working on it, and I think it will come at a certain point in time, but right now it's not possible. That is still sorely missed. And you can see this Qantas Airbus taxiing out there, or 737, it was hard to see. And of course, this is AI traffic. I also placed extensive AI network information so that the planes know which taxiways are which and where the center lines are, and they can taxi in a realistic fashion. Also added a so-called airport flow, ATC flow, that explains artificial intelligence which runways to use for arrivals, departures, and that makes for a more efficient and realistic traffic flow as well. You can see another 737 making the turn there, going to the departure runway, and hopefully they will work on ATC. I know that the 1050 update will include some improvements, and I'm just as curious as everyone else what they will be and how much they improve Explain's AI traffic. It's been well, there have been great plans for that, and I think they're working on it. It just takes a lot of time to implement them, and we will eventually reap the rewards of all this hard work, I hope. Here's the 747 approaching its stand. I also added information for every single parking position, because in the future Explain will automatically place static aircraft at all stands that have aircraft spawning information, and that should make for nice and lively airports without cluttering up too much. In case you want to do online flying, I guess you can set how many static aircraft you want. Finally, parked here at the spot. I don't know which gate it is without looking at a chart. And that pretty much concludes this video. Again, shift 3 back to the closest runway threshold, and I'm zooming up with a free camera just to give you another glimpse of the airport, the Dubai Creek, the coastal areas there, cargo facilities in the north, and then looking towards the southeast